2K24, man. Finally, they put out Ronnie 2K and Mike Wade and finally put out some gameplay footage. Now, you know how every year they try to get us excited about the game, like all new animations, all new dunk animations, new crossovers, new dribbles, new all of that. They always get us when the game first dropped, everybody excited about the game. Can't say nothing wrong about the game. Then a month later, it just be dead. So this is like another year of Ronnie 2K and Mike Wade gassing the game up. But we finna see what they talking about this year, man. I heard about the ProPlay, which is, I guess, whatever the player do in real life, they do it on the game too. Whatever that is, whatever that means. I thought y'all was trying to make the game realistic already, but I guess this year y'all finally actually doing ProPlay. You finna check it out, man. Got your boy Joe Knows, man, talking about it, bro. Let's see what he talking about, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, we finally have some real NBA 2K24 news to go over. We have the ProPlay gameplay trailer. We also have some exclusive interviews with Mike Wang where he talks about gameplay changes and what to look for going into NBA 2K24. So drop a like on the video and let's start off with the new ProPlay gameplay features. So what is ProPlay and how is it supposed to change 2K? So ProPlay is essentially they are taking animations straight from the real games that these players are playing. So in hopes that it makes the game look more realistic, but also it should be able to add in a lot of new animations, and I hope that transfers over to the park for us park players.
See, I like the way that looked though. I like the way Steph Curry actually does those dribble moves, so it's like it looks good on gameplay, like when you actually watching it, but when you get that feel of the game, it's different. But I like the way this look. KD,
they are taking animations
I like the
straight from the real
that's tough.
games
That's KD shot. That is KD shot.
In hopes that it makes the game look more realistic, but also it should be able to add in a lot of new
that's
animations,
Steph Curry.
and I hope that transfers
Steph
over
Curry
to the
shot.
park for us park players. But it should add authenticity, especially to Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, all these NBA players that you're watching in the trailer right now. It should make their animations
shot,
more
but do
real.
be
Now,
making
what's
it
the
though?
difference between mocap and ProPlay? Essentially, mocap is when they bring someone in and they do. Basically, they record.
Wow, 2K. Y'all petty for that, dog. Y'all straight got Jordan Poole scored on Draymond Green, dog. Y'all petty, boy. 2K know what they be doing, man.
Record animations in a controlled environment, as opposed to ProPlay where they're recording these animations.
Damn, he just dunking on Jimmy.
Game.
Okay, Jimmy Butler got his get back
in your driveway, or you're playing in an NBA game. There's a big difference in the intensity and just the way the moves look and all those.
I'm him. I'm him.
So it should add a level of realism to 2K that we haven't seen before. Now they did this in FIFA, I believe. I don't know if it's this year or the year prior. And essentially, they were recording things like sprint animations, and they used to have, like, I don't know, let's say 10 or 20 sprint animations for star players. Then they went to 1,200 different sprinting animations for every player out there because they could record it from the game itself. They didn't have to bring these guys in to mocap it. They could record it while they were actually playing in the game. Now, as I mentioned, I really hope these animations are able to transfer over to the park and the rec and pro-am, because I just feel like at times, yes, there's a lot of animations in the game, but some are just so much better than others that everyone ends up using relatively the same animations depending on the height of your build, and there's just not many things to choose from to not lose that competitive advantage. Hopefully with ProPlay, we get a bunch of animations that are all usable, and it just adds a level of variety and diversity, not only for casual players, but for competitive players as well. And I mean, looking at these clips, when you put them side by side with, the real clips, it does look really nice. Now, how does that transfer over to online gameplay?
That's what I'm saying, man.
But adding in ProPlay to NBA 2K24
in the trailer, they always gonna look good, but in real gameplay, it don't be the same.
About dribbling. Let's check this interview out.
Shooting has been customized and improved for all various modes, difficulties, and player skill levels. But in order to get high percentage shots, you need to know how to create separation off the dribble. One of my favorite elements in NBA 2K24 is the dribble breakdowns. Each player has two versions. Regular breakdowns are done by flicking up on the right analog stick, and aggressive breakdowns are done by flicking up with sprint held. This will initiate a sequence of signature size-up moves that you can use to create separation with on their own, or branch out of at any time for an explosive drive or other dribble move combo. This year features all new signature double crosses, hezi crosses, and escape moves. Another major addition is the blowout dribble. Tapping the sprint trigger while moving will give you a quick burst of speed where the ball handler pushes the ball ahead to get out quickly on the break. In the front court, tapping sprint
kinda
will
like
give you a
that.
quick change of pace to quickly blow by defenders. Adrenaline booster back sprint will give you a handler pushes the ball ahead to get out quickly on the break. In the front court, tapping sprint will give you a quick change of pace to quickly blow by defenders. Adrenaline boosts are back, but have been redesigned to make both offense and defense more skill-based. On offense, boosts are no longer lost when pulling off dribble combos or moving short distances. This gives dribblers much more freedom to create off the bounce. But boosts will disappear every time.
What y'all need to work on is the defense, though. Offense always propels over the defense. We need more defense, though. Because they be spam dribbling just to get open, bro. Bro, it's overpowered, bro. Let us protect the rim and let us actually guard our man on the perimeter. Please, 2K.
Time the on-ball defender can bump the ball handler on a drive attempt. Losing adrenaline won't feel like moving in mud like last year, but it will heavily impact shooting attributes. So if a good defender can bump the dribbler 2 or 3 times in a single possession, they'll have a really tough time scoring if they do manage to get free. Creating your own shot off the dribble isn't the only way to get good shots. Knowing how to operate away from the ball is just as important. NBA 2K24 features new right analog stick jukes and other quick explosive moves to free yourself up for a shot. Tapping the sprint trigger will also give you a huge burst of speed to find open spots on the floor for spot-up jumpers or easy rim runs for dunks.
This sounds good.
And adrenaline boosts have been such a big talking point in the community. I wanted to put this in here, this little paragraph or two from the article that was written, just to, if you want to read a little bit more about it. But essentially, Mike Wayne touched on it. Dribble combos and short distances will not cost adrenaline boosts anymore. And, like I said, if you want more info, it's right there. But he also went on and he talked about defense, all right? So this has been
That's
a big
what I
topic.
want to see.
Defense,
That's what I want to talk about, the
perimeter
defense.
Lockdown, steals, all that stuff. Let's hear what he had to say about defense.
Defensive movement has improved on many fronts, with better responsiveness and less sliding. This helps defenders get where they need to be, and with the improved body-up system, ball handlers will have a tough time getting free against great defenders. The improved contact can also be felt in the paint. Big defensive anchors will have a much easier time putting a body on shooters at the rim and forcing tough shots. Directional steals are also back. You need to reach with the correct hand closest to the ball and avoid reaching across the body to maximize success and avoid foul calls. You can also use directional steals to play passing lanes by flicking the right stick in the correct direction to get your hand in the way and deflect the pass. And when it comes to contesting shots, it's important to be patient and wait for the correct time to jump. If you're behind the shooter, jumping too early, biting on fakes, or closing out late, you'll quickly find yourself racking up fouls and giving up and-one opportunities.
Speaking of foul calls, so 2K. In 2K23, y'all have animations to where, those are fouls, but y'all don't call them. It's like you will get mauled, and the referees won't call anything. I hope them animations not in the game. If they are, let it be foul calls. Please.
Everything about offense, defense, and coaching has been streamlined to make NBA 2K24 more enjoyable for all.
And within the article, here's a quick little summary of the defensive stuff, the directional steals they talk about. Also talk about, the defensive movement has been improved, the bumps, all that stuff. So if you want to read a little bit more, it's on the screen here, but I want to keep it moving. He then wanted to talk about shooting, dunking, layups, layup timing, shooting timing, your shot release.
I've been hearing about this a lot too, man.
Let's check out what he has.
What y'all think about
Players
this?
who play on Hall of Fame or comp online games will be playing with green or miss shot timing for the ultimate challenge. But team control modes will see more forgiving shot timing, so you won't have to memorize every single player's release to the exact frame to find success. The shot timing release time setting from NBA 2K23 has been converted to a new setting called Shot Timing Visual Cue. Now you can set your desired release point based on whatever animation cue works best for you. This makes it much easier to play with players and teams you're not as familiar with. Advanced layups like floaters, reverses, euros, hop steps, and scoops are much more effective this year, and I'd encourage everyone to try out layup timing. It's much more forgiving for high percentage layups and also gives you the ability to finish tough circus layups in traffic if you can master it. For dunkers in New Gen, you can now force rim hangs from any two-hand dunk by simply keeping the sprint trigger held when the dunker grabs the rim. Down on the pro stick will give you flashy dunks, and up-down or down-up double throws will let you attempt contact dunks in traffic with the dunk meter. Meter dunks are green or miss on higher difficulty levels now, so you have to be precise to finish off the play. Bigs are going to have a lot of fun dominating in the paint in NBA 2K24. You can now branch out of any offensive rebound to a putback attempt by simply pressing the shot button after the catch. Post fades and hop shots are
Post phase was OP, dog. It don't matter how much defense you played on him, bro. He's greening every single shot, especially when you have his flame. When he got his flame, it's a wrap, bro. You can hack him. Don't even call the foul. They still green it.
also really effective shots for post players, and you can definitely feel the impact of strength and weight as bigger players easily dominate weaker ones on the glass.
Now here's a little recap on the shot timing and layup timing that Mike Wang talked about there. We also have a little snippet where they talk about takeover and the new takeover system. It's completely different than any past 2K. So let's check that out, and then I'll give my overall thoughts on the news that we got today.
Takeover returns to NBA 2K24, but with a different spin. Instead of assigning a takeover ability as part of the build process, now you can choose a category of attributes to boost on the fly. When you fill up the takeover meter, you can choose between finishing, shooting, playmaking, defense rebounding, or physicals. If you delay your takeover and fill up double takeover, you can choose 2 different categories of ratings to boost, making you a true threat on both ends of the floor.
So in regards to the new takeover system, what I really would have liked is, depending on how you're playing, that's the takeover you get. Like if you're grabbing a ton of rebounds, you get rebounding take. If you're dunking the ball all over the place, you get slashing take. I don't like how people can just dunk, and then unlock sharp take. And I know, like, I've done that in the past. We've all done that because it
is kind of crazy though, 2K.
But I don't think
I ain't think about that.
And just logically, it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? If I'm
man didn't shoot the ball one time, but he can get a shooting take.
Shots in the mid range or what, I should get shot creator take. If I'm getting a ton of assists, I should get playmaking take. But that's obviously not what they decided to do. They went with this takeover system, so we'll see how it plays out. But let's talk about the news overall. So first thing we heard was the new ProPlay system being implemented. I think that is an absolute W. I hope it translates to the park and online game modes, like I said, and I hope it makes for more diverse animation selection being, you know, being effective enough to be able to use in competitive situations. Now, we also learned a lot about the new defense, the new offense, the new shooting. You know, they're adding in things that they're calling more skill-based. Now, will it end up being more skill-based?
Even the defender had the same animation as the defender in real life. That's crazy.
The best, sweaty, most cheesiest, broken players. You know, let's let Steezo try to dribble and see if he can figure some stuff out. And you know, let's let the Pro-Am, you know, sweats and the professional 2K League players get in there and see what's going on. But once we actually feel the game and whatnot, then we'll actually see if it is more skill-based. But that seems to be the theme of what they're trying to do. And from a fan base, I think we have to appreciate that, because at the end of the day, it's a video game. You want it to be skill-based. You want it to reward you when you outplay your opponent. That's the main thing. It's frustrating when you feel like your opponent is just relying on one thing that's broken, and you know, there's
I hate them type of players, dog.
You want it to be, okay, he's doing this, I can counter with this, and then he can counter with that, and I can counter with this, and then whoever outplays the other one's going to win the game or win that possession or whatever. Y'all get what I'm saying. So hopefully the whole skill-based thing is actually going to pan out in the future. But overall, NBA 2K24 for the first, like, the real first news that we've gotten, it's looking pretty good, man. Let me know what y'all think. Drop a like on the video. I'll catch you on the next one.
So yeah, man, what y'all think, bro? Like I said, all I want is better defense on the perimeter and better rim protection. Like I said, I'm glad they fixed their dribbling boost, because you can't even dribble a couple inches and yo, you already lost one adrenaline boost. Like that's crazy as hell. I like the pro play. I like the way it sounds. So whatever the player do in real life, you know, they do it on the game. Blase. We'll see how it is in the game. Like he said, hopefully it translates to the park and the rec and all that type stuff. So I'm liking what I'm hearing, 2K. Like I said, y'all say things like this every year. You get happy about the game like a week or two, and then like a month later, your game is just dead. So we finna see if y'all actually got it right this time. You finna see. Yeah, man, this is the end of the video, dog. I hope y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below what y'all think about this 2K news. Do y'all like it? Do y'all dislike it? I think it's gonna be the best 2K of all time. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. And yeah, I'm gonna see y'all next time. Let's get it.